Well. So I guess we're going to take a trip back down memory lane. Hi, Sunnies. Welcome to Beaming Light. I am Danita. Beaming stands for bold, enlightened, aware, mature, insightful, nurturing, grateful. Light stands for loving, intelligent, generous, honest, and tactful. Thank you for tuning into my channel. I have been MIA. I am working on getting back on top of our content, hopefully daily, right? However, it's just been a lot going on, so just bear with me. But nonetheless, I'm here, grateful to be here, humbled to be here. Oh, and I didn't say this, so let me say welcome to my channel where I talk about my personal experiences, relate them to song lyrics, and the song lyrics to Bible verses to make it make sense in today's society. Back down memory lane. So, without further ado, let's get into the topic of this message. We're going to look at Psalms chapter 145, verses 3 through 9. Stay in your lane, not memory lane. Again, Psalm 145, verses 3 through 9. Stay in your lane, not memory lane. Back down memory lane. Memory lane is a song by the late, great Minnie Ripperton. And she left us a beautiful gift to this earth. Her daughter, Maya Rudolph. Oh my gosh, y'all. She is so hilarious. I love her. Yes. Without further ado, let's get into the topic of stay in your lane, not memory lane. Back down memory lane. I think I've spoke on this many times before. Sometimes when we are experiencing certain periods of our life, especially when they are like high seasons, right? Where you feel like everything's going great, you're in a good space, right? It seems amazing. It's like life is going to stay like that forever. However, we do know life comes at you in different ways. And so it may cause a low moment in your life. And when you get into those low moments, sometimes you get into a position where you feel like, well, how can I recreate what I had before? Back down memory lane. How can I get back to that high? What can I do to assist myself with ascension? Like, I'm ready to get back on that peak of the valley. Of the mountain. I want to get to the peak of the mountain. I want to be at the peak or the top of the roller coaster. I don't want to go down and swerve around. We feel like that sometimes because when we're at a low, we think about the memories, the good times, how things were so amazing back then. But today it's kind of like, so much going on. I thought about this for a while, and it's crazy because when you do that, right, it's causing you to be stuck because you're trying to recreate a moment of the past during your low season, and you can't do that. You cannot recreate the past, right? The past happened, is done. What does he say? I'm living in the future because my presence is my past. My presence is a present. Kiss my ass, right? We are looking towards the future. That's Kanye West Monster. We're looking towards the future. We cannot look at the past. When we have a high moment in our life, or experiencing an up season, so to speak, it's beautiful. It's amazing. It's like you just don't ever think that life is going to go down so fast, but then it does. You have these storms that come. And it's unfair. And it's effed up. And you do your best. And sometimes Sunnies, we get into this position where we're like, I'm a good person. Why is this happening to me? What did I do to deserve this? And we start to blame God. Remember, I told you, when you're going through those low moments, it is not beneficial for you to be angry with God. Like, I get it. I think God is I know he is, and he has infinite wisdom, grace, love, and mercy. So he understands that you're going to be upset with him, because in the moment, it seems like things are not going in your way. They're not going in your favor. But God wants you to hold on. He doesn't want you to go back to the past because he's saying, I need you in this low moment because you need to learn a lesson. I need you to stay in this low moment until your lesson is learned. And then you're going to see why you had to go through what you went through. Then you're going to understand why it makes so much sense. Why, like, all the pieces of the puzzle are just going to come together, and you're going to say, I get it. It's going to be like that aha moment. That light bulb is going to go off. And I think a lot of Sunnies are experiencing this now. We've experienced seasons of trouble. And to protect ourselves, or to just try to, I guess, also as a coping mechanism to deal with it in some type of way, we reminisce on the good times. For the good times. But you can't stay stuck in the past, because God has a better future for you. He has bigger plans over your life. He has things that you need to see. He has people that you need to meet. He has just so much favor and blessings headed your way that you can't even see it right now, because you're so upset about the low moment and you're driving down memory lane. And God's like, come on, come out of that memory. It's okay to reminisce. You know what I'm saying? It is okay to have nostalgic moments. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, don't recreate your past when God has a better future for you. Hello. Don't get stuck in a cycle feeling like you need to recreate something that already happened, because you're not embracing the upcoming changes. God has a bigger purpose for you. He has a greater purpose for you. And, you know, I said that sometimes when you get mad, you want to blame God. Like, why is this happening to me? It's happening for your greater good. However, you got to learn the lesson. And stop being so angry with God. God gives you free will to make choices. But here's the thing about it. He forgives your choices. The devil doesn't. God is going to continuously to love you unconditionally, but the devil has a lot of conditions. Really, he only has one condition, his agenda, right? Lie, steal, destroy, kill. He wants your soul. Are you selling your soul to recreate a memory, to recreate an experience? Some people are waking up and realizing that they have sold their soul to recreate an experience that they will never be able to fully recreate. It will never be the same. And here's why. Because God gave it to you to be good in that moment. But he does not want you to get stuck there. He wants to continue to promote you. He wants to elevate you. But are you going to allow him to do that? Or are you going to be stuck in the devil's cycle? The choice is really up to you, Sunnies. Here's a better example. So I work at a high school, and I find that working at a high school is like attending high school again. It is so catty. They still bully people, like teachers, right? Administration. Like, it's crazy. It's literally crazy. And I'm like, is it because you guys are around these teenagers so much that you think you're a teenager? They're trying to recreate memory lane. These people's high school experience is over. You can't recreate that. You can't recreate your high school experience. You can't vicariously recreate moments in your life through your children. Let your children be your children. Let them do what they're going to do. Let them love who they're going to love. Let them be free. You focus on you. Build yourself up. Really understand, why are you going through a low moment? I understand losing is tough. It's hard. Loss of a person, a home, a job, a pet, anything. Really, losing is not. It's a hard pill to swallow. But sometimes God creates the losses so he can bless you with something bigger. And it's so easier said than done, right? Getting chills. It's so easier said than done, but it's true. God wants to bless you. Remember, he goes out of his way so you're never alone. Any time of the day, he sits on his throne. He caught you tripping, but you can still live. All you gotta do is get on your knees and pray. Y'all ain't spoken so long, but he ain't worried about your past. He could still keep you safe and protect you. Say, God, I need you. If there ain't too much to ask, let her come through and bless you. Like, God bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. You know it's God, his will to do. You know it's God, his will to do, so let God in to bless you. Let God in so he can bless you. Forgot some of those words. I had to brush up on it. But let God bless you. Let him into your life, into your heart, into your mind, into your circumstance. Your circumstances is temporary. It is not permanent. And y'all, I promise you, I get it. I'm still going through it. But I have to find the strength to keep pushing through. I cannot go back to the past. Love don't live there anymore. My love is so wrapped into God, I cannot go to the past. Because God's already showing me I have bigger things for you. I have bigger things in mind for you. I need you to prepare during those seasons. I need you to be ready. I need you to trust the process. But I need you to understand I have bigger plans for your life. Stop letting your circumstance determine your future. You are allowing your current circumstance to determine your entire future. You are allowing a temporary circumstance to determine your permanent future. Stop that. God said stop. Stop. It's temporary. It sucks. I know. But guess what? Things are turning around. Your enemies right now are really actually being exposed in this season. In this moment, your enemies are being exposed. You know why? This is how you know your enemies are being exposed. Or this is what God has been dropping on me. They have done so much to you, right? And they kept it going for so long that the people that they have joining in with this and are, people they've created alliances and allegiances with to go against you. Everybody's starting to look at your core center, your core enemies. They're starting to look at them like, y'all been doing this for how long? They're getting exposed. People are waking up and realizing what the devil has been doing. And God's not happy. Revenge! God's mad. I told y'all, God is not happy. So how you gonna move forward? Hold on a little longer. Keep holding on with what you have. Release those demons. But hold on. Because God is on his way. God ain't come. You think God sent you here on this earth to play around with you? Please. Please. No. He needs you to go through these experiences in life so your testimony can be greater. He needs you to trust in him with all your heart, all your faith. He needs you to continue to believe. A mustard seed of faith. He needs that. He has planted that inside you. Now, are you going to water it and let it and allow it to grow and nurture and develop? Or are you going to allow the crop within you to die? Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. I'm so worked up about this message because I was at the lake earlier and I was just meditating. And God was like, I needed you to shine the light there. You are shining light on your enemies. And they are running for cover. They are running for cover. Oh, the mighty have fallen. They have Y'all, I'm not the mighty have fallen. The mighty have fallen. How the mighty has failed. That's crazy. I'm so struggling with my words today. Occupational hazard. The mighty has fallen. They're not on that high horse. They are being humbled. See, here's the thing. They thought that they had to come and humble you, but you are already humble. But they couldn't see that. You see her whip. You say the whip tight. You see her crib. You think she's nice. Look at her. Something she's paid all the time. But what is it? Everything she's got. She calls it a blessing, but you call it living. She could be a hero. It's a Mary song called God in Me. And I can't remember the lyrics from word, but she's like, when she writes those checks, she writes checks with a whole lot of zeros. When you look at her, you think, girl, she's a hero. You think girl is a hero. But this is the part I want to focus on, okay? But what you don't know is when you get home and get behind closed doors, man, you hit the floor, and what they can't see is you on your knees. So the next time they ask you, you tell them, it's the God in me. It is the God in you. They see this, and they're like, how? How? But they don't see when you're on your knees praying. They don't see the storms you face. They just see the good, the bling, the glitz, the glamour. You know, everything that glitters is not gold, right? And that can work in so many ways on so many levels. Everything that glitters, like, people can look at us and they seem like, oh my gosh, she got it all together, like, even on her worst day. But it seems like that. But inside, you may be struggling with something. Inside, you don't know how to move forward. It just seems like there's no way out. Or you can think somebody is gold, right? They're glitter and shiny. And then you cut them open. You see it's the big ass turd wrapped in Hershey Kisses foil. But what they don't know is when you get home and get behind closed doors, man, you hit the floor, and what they can't see is you're on your knees. So the next time they ask you anything, you say, it's the God in me. God is working in you and through you, and he is using you to expose these enemies in this season. And y'all this close to a breakthrough. I promise you. This close. So you gonna give up now? You gonna act reckless now? You gonna let the devil win now? Why? After everything you've been through, after all of the struggles, you're gonna let the devil win now? Why? Don't give the devil the satisfaction of quitting. 'Cause that's what the devil wants you to do. That's what the enemies want for you. They want you to quit. They want to break you. They want to hurt you. They want to destroy you. They want to use you. They want to abuse you. They want you to make it easier and kill yourself, so to speak. That could be literally, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. The enemy wants you to break. Don't give him the satisfaction. Fuck them. Let's look at Psalms. Y'all, I'm fired up. It's been a few days, y'all. It's good to be home. All right, let's look at Psalm 145, verse 3. Great is the Lord and greatly to be praised, and his greatness is unsearchable. You'll never find a better God. Tell me what you know about praying to God and getting back together. I tried to make that work and it worked well. I'm going to work on that. All right. One generation shall praise thy works to another and shall declare the mighty acts. I will speak of the glorious honor of thy majesty. Remember, I told you this is your majestic moment. And of thy wondrous works. And men shall speak of the might and of the terrible acts, and I will declare thy greatness. They shall abundantly utter memory of thy great goodness, and shall sing of my righteousness. The Lord is gracious and full of compassion, slow to anger, and and of great mercy. The Lord is good to all, and his tender mercies are all over his works. God's promise is right here. Didn't I tell you guys a few days ago you were in your majestic moment? While everybody else is in mayhem, misery, they are exposed for coming at you so hard. They're exposed. People see it, but like, what the hell is it? Y'all are crazy. Because, you know, the enemy is being revealed as unstable, as a lunatic, as insane. Because you have stayed the course. You remain balanced. You remain calm. You remain cool. You remain collective. You're nonchalant. You do what you got to do. And when something comes your way, you just handle it with grace. And you keep it moving. You keep it pushing. And an enemy, ooh, that pisses the enemy off. Y'all, when you can handle something with grace and keep it moving, big mad. Because he wants you irate. He wants you upset. He wants you unstable and unbalanced. Fuck him. That's not who God created you to be. God created you to be royalty. He wants you to speak about his righteousness. You need to turn to God wholeheartedly. This is how you get true love in your life. You give your whole heart to God. And whoever wants to be in your presence to love you the right way, they got to go to God to seek it. They have to go to God. There's no other way around it. They have to go to God first. Because that's where your heart is. So, stay prayed up, y'all. Because what they don't know is when you get home and get behind closed doors, man, you hit the floor. And what they can't see is you're on your knees. So the next time somebody asks you, tell them it's the God in me. And stay in their lane. They so busy worried about you, they can't even recognize their own careless mistakes. Talk about it. They are so busy peeping what you got going, how you get where you at, and how you do the things you do. They are making careless mistakes. I told you the enemy is working on your behalf, so let him keep working. All right? So, stay in your lane, and not memory lane. And that's the Be me like your community, spread love, light, and positivity. Pay it forward with a random act of kindness. Sunny D vibes all day. I love you, Sunnies. Yes. You're this close to your breakthrough. Don't give up now. All right? Love you. And until next time.